Hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Unless I've already said that. In which case, you would still be welcome, but I would have said something was a bit redundant. Then again, some might argue that this sentence is redundant. So, yes, Milton Valley Railroad building tonight. Right, so, hello, hello, Marky. Yeah, hello, Marky. Welcome. Kangofango's typed Kangofango in the orange that is the color of his name. Hey, Milton Valley Railroad construction, eh? Yes, that's the content of this stream. Milton Valley Railroad construction. XD, already packing out the funny jokes. No, I left those in the attic. Anyway. Right. Okay, so. Okay, I think I'll start Trainz in windowed mode. No, in full screen mode. And then we'll see if we need to switch to window mode later. There we go, Milton Valley Railroad, as I said. There it is again, XD. So, today I worked on Tales of Estia. If that means anything to anybody. So, how are you two today? Us two are fine. Oh, it hasn't quite loaded in. There we go. Tales of what? Or Tales? I'm good, thanks. You? That is good here. Tales. So, T-A-L-E-S of Estia. My role-playing system. Okay, so tell you what, let's drive the main line. Why not? And actually, do I still have the F7 selected? No, I don't. Of course I don't. These ones are the ones I want. Oops. Yeah, just have the train like this. Yeah, it's a streamlined freight train just like that. I mean, that's not that unrealistic, but still, it looks a bit odd. Let's just have it like this. Good, Marky. I am too. Thanks. Shadows. Oh, that thing. Yes, that thing. Nice. This train's not that heavy. It's 113 tons in total. Although one thing I do find strange is in the... Yeah, it must... So if you right-click View Details of a locomotive, it must not tell you the weight of the locomotive in the... because it says weight in tow. So that does not count the weight of the locomotives, because the actual cars, if I right click view details on those, it says train car weight, so the single one is 31 tons. Trailing weight 124 tons. Let's see if that changes. No, it looks like that's the same. Yes, it doesn't depend on which one you click on for that. And it says total train weight 354 tons, even though if I click on the locomotive it says weight in tow is 113 tons. Going too fast. But it doesn't really matter. Oh, hatches. Oh, the hopper's hatches, yes. Someone who doesn't know railway terminology might be a bit confused by that statement. The actual speed limit here is 55 miles per hour. It only says 40 because I didn't drive through a speed sign telling me what the correct speed was. Most likely. I wonder where Mr. W is today. Looks very nice. Yes, I agree. I agree. So this down here is the first farm. Then all the way over there, we've got the branch for the sugarcane farm. And then after the woods, I will have the branch for the other farm. And then after that, I will start the suburban area and then go into the city where the terminus will be. Oh wait, did I have whistle boards for this one? Yes, I did. I just missed it. What's this train doing here? Oh, did I place this for a thumbnail or something and then forgot about it? Maybe I did. Although it is a bit odd. I'll have to report that to the manager. Or rather, the dispatcher. Are there any passenger stations? There are 2. I will have more, but the thing is I don't really have any towns so far, I only have 1. So there's this one, this is a passenger station right here, which is Knago Halt, which is down here. And then I also have one by this town up here, which will lag a bit for me, because it always does this area, I don't know why. And this little town does have a passenger station, which is this one here. Nothisia Town. That's what it's called. Doesn't lag as much as I thought it would. Strange. Right. There will be other passenger stations. So if you go up this branch here, there is going to be like a flag stop or something like this for workers to get off here. Maybe I'll put a little platform in for this gravel pit. And then the line continues up this way, which will go to a little town, which will have another passenger station. And then if you continue up the main valley, over to the dam, past the dam, then there might also be a scenario where you would drop off workers or pick up workers here from this little log transfer place, sawmill type thing. Might also put a little well, there is already a little platform here, which is this thing. which can also be used to unload or load cars. And then over here, the line splits, or rather it comes together. So the way it continues up here will go to another town, which will have another station, a passenger station, and over here it will also continue to a town which will have a station. And then one more, which is down here, just at the foot of the hills of the mountains. This branch, which will go over here, will carry on in this shallow valley for a bit, and then go to another town, which will have a passenger station. Additionally, the main line will go into a city over this way, which is not that far away actually, which will have the big terminus. Can I go hold? Shouldn't it be Northusia town instead of Northusia town? I don't think so, but maybe. Maybe? Damn, that's a nice sawmill. Or whatever it was. What was it? Timber mill? Woodery? Woodery, definitely. Hello Chris. Welcome to the stream. I see. Hey Chris, great seeing you, brother. Aw, thanks. It's always nice to hear. Always nice to hear. Yeah, so this back there is the branch to the sugarcane farm. Shadows, you missed 3 below, looks very nice. Oh, did I? Sorry. Oh, sorry, I did, yeah. Shadows, I was wondering the same thing. I summon you, Mr. W, yeah. Crickets. In the woods, then out of the woods? Maybe. Maybe. Into the woods and out of the woods. Or something like that. Water tower, because there is still steam in service here, so water towers are a thing that you should really have for those. I don't know why there's a sound that keeps starting to play and then this one. Now it just ends. Not sure what that is in the background. It's with the wagons, I think. What kinds of steamers? Just the camelbacks? No, bigger ones as well. Yeah, so I like this bit. It's going through a bit of a wooded area, but not mountainous wooded area. Just wooded area. I'm also interested to see how long the double-tracked main line is going to be that we have so far, because I've started driving from the very beginning of the double-tracked main line. Maybe those sounds are a glitch? Yeah, I think they are too. Maybe I do need to put a little bit more over there, because it just does kind of feel empty back there. Oh, yes, right. Oh, I don't think I've put whistle boards on this one yet. Yeah, I definitely need to put some more stuff back there. Looks very beautiful. And pretty too. Empty is good. Empty is realistic. No, I meant as in there is a lack of world back there. Behind where the field ends. Okay, so it's just shy of 8 miles, or 13 kilometers, which is about the entire length of the J Valley line, which is a route that I have not released yet. Yeah, we've got the hill here, as you can see. It's not a very steep hill, but it is a hill. And after all, a hill is a hill is a hill is a hill. Okay, so it takes about 8.5 or 9 minutes to go the entire length of the main. Yeah, about 9 minutes to go the entire length of the double track main line at track speed. That's quite good. It's quite good. So just again for context, this is the bit we've just driven, which is from all the way over here, all the way along there, and down onto here. So this bit. Quite good. Quite good. Oh, actually, lovely. A hill is a hill is a hill is a hill. Quite. That's a nice name, innit? Hillissa? Sounds a bit like Melissa. Sure, it's what will the track speed be? The track speed will be 55 miles an hour on the double track main line. Yeah, I want to delete this train. But actually no, I'll go out of the Surveyor and then back into the Surveyor because I did use quick drive, so... Oh, right. Yes, nice, good. Yes, we've already been over here. Dun 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 dun. Dun da 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 dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Right, I'm just getting the whistle board because I did notice that I forgot to add those. So I think about there should be good. Let's say there. Dum 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 dum. Alright, nice, thanks. Even the Twitch stream needed more power at the hill. Lag right at this point. Oh, I see. Oh, don't think I've noticed. This point equals the hill climb. Yes. I didn't notice any lag there, but it may be on your side or it may be on my side. I don't know. Yeah, I meant that I needed a bit more stuff back here. So extend those baseboards back there along this way so I can have stuff there. Sure. To you too. Okay, so 1, 2, let's just say 3 and 4. I may not keep these. Depends on how good it sounds with a loco going over it. Because for locos that have a whistle sound that has to be held down, these aren't great because it'll just give a little burst when the loco goes over these triggers. But for other locos, like for example steam locos that have a bit of a longer whistle, it could sound good, but it might also sound like garbage, in which case I will delete them. Unless it sounds like good garbage. Like, the sound quality of garbage does not necessarily mean... Well, it does not necessarily have to be bad, simply because it's garbage. Like, for example, tins. Use tins. You can make an instrument out of that. Yeah? Could sound actually quite nice, even though it's garbage. So, that's interesting. Yeah, I gotcha. That would be good. Kangafango, you should be happy to have a better internet connection than me. My one is about the quality of Slovak Eagle's one. Oh, well, then my condolences to you. Although if you're using Wi-Fi or wireless, I would suggest you switch over to Ethernet, because Ethernet is almost certainly faster and also more stable. So that is what I would suggest to you. Oh, I see. Well, I am happy then. Chris, sorry about your connection though. Charis, or you could make a Tin Man out of it. Yes, and if he sings, then it also sounds good. Okay, what's the next thing to do? Next thing to do is wait and see if Trainz crashed or if it'll load. For some reason that song is stuck in my head. Crickets. Yes. Oh, crickets. Huh. Interesting. 10 minutes later. 10 minutes later. Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn for me? Or I don't know how the melody goes exactly for that. I know it's Dinah, won't you blow your horn for me, but I'm not sure how the melody goes. Yeah, just for the sake of the stream, I'll first quit it. It may have responded after like 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes or something like that. But I would prefer to have the time in the stream. Horn, yeah. I know how the text goes in that bit. I don't know how the melody goes. Unless it's Pond, in which case I do know where she goes. Right. And the answer to that is the library. Don't you hear the whistle blow? Don't you hear the whistle blowing? I'm still at a LAN wire. Local area network wire. Oh, so you are using Ethernet then. Although, is the LAN wire going to a wireless router? Or is that going to a Ethernet router? Yeah, I mean, it did save. You can see it's all here. The stuff that I did is here. It just got stuck in the saving screen. Right, so next thing's next, as it often is, which is I want to have a bit more grass between these two things, because this looks a bit bare. And yes, I can place one of those here if you want. Right, so need to select the right layer. Yeah, this is too thick for this. Looks like we will be looking for another grass spline. Did not think we'd do that on this route, but apparently we will. Bum 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 bum. I see. That's good then. Not still. I meant already. Oh, I see already. Yeah, I see. However, I see you got that. Most modern day routers have Wi-Fi built in, but it's disableable. And you don't have to use it. Hello, Chris. Welcome. You're blue for me. Mixed flowers. No, this is not the right thing. I'm looking for a bit of a narrower grass spline that would fit with the ones I already have. edge, maybe? Grass edge? No. Bum, bum. Oh, that might look good. Wind blow low. Although, no. Wind blow low is no. Is a no. Hello, even the router is at about 1.5 kilometer copper wire to the communication center in the countryside site. Oh, I see. I mean, depending on where you are, you can get glass fiber upgrade, and I mean, in the UK at least, there are several ways you can have them install it up to the cabinet, but you're still on copper wire, which means you retain your Ethernet connection, and that doesn't cost that much. I think this one might look good, this grass plime. It's quite dried, which I think fits, and it's got the right width and right density, so it won't repeat as much. Wait, what am I saying? Anyway, the also Chris is my color for me. Oh, I see. V'ger, hello, welcome. Good, Chris. Hey, V'ger, I wonder where Miss W is today, though. I mean, yeah, I don't know, might be busy. Guys, still increasing the SU price to about, I don't know, 1.012 million NZD. Is that the unit of measurement? NZD? XD. Better to have dried grass than no grass at all. And V'ger is crisp purple for me. Ah, I see. Oh, New Zealand dollar. Oh, yes, that makes sense. Oh, right, because you said you were from there. No, not you. Wait, did you say you were from there, or was it someone else? Sorry, I don't remember. But this then means that I'll likely have to put more grass on the other sides as well, because if I don't, then it will look unbalanced, and I don't want that. Using laws? Oh, so it is. Good. Good. What I'm doing right there, what I did right there, that's known as backwards building. No, I'm from Romania. Oh, right, Romania, that was it. My friend who is doing this too is from New Zealand. Oh, right, yeah, Romania. I remember we had it, I remember we talked about that at one point. Right, so does this look better? I mean, with shadows, I would think that this would look much better. However, I don't have shadows. Maybe I need a little bit more grass over on this side as well. Yeah, I think that makes it look better. Right, hello from the UK. I mean, FFS. The guy didn't stop after receiving 2 cease and desist orders. Cease and desist. You mean cease and desist orders from a court? Or do you mean from a moderator? Or from Oren or N3V Games, I suppose? Or from the authors of the payware stuff? Who issued the cease and desist orders? I don't know. After re-uploading my root and a bunch of JR, RR mods, SRS, and even N3V content. Yeah, that's why I only use the download station, the DLS, because there it's safer. It can't be illegally copied as easily. Dum 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 dum. I think that looks good. Although now this side of the track needs the same grass pline. I know it's a whole process of you do one thing and then that leads to 2 other things and then to 4 other things and then to 28 other things. A bit like most questions, actually. Anyway, Trainz looks good, yeah. I don't know. Oh, I see. No, this will not run an ICE. Although it would be funny, but no, it won't. Wink, wink. XD. Yeah, there you go. We reported him to GR and then to the others, but they didn't give a flip. Well, I'm not sure how to deal with that sort of situation. I would have to do research. I mean, it depends. Is it, I mean, So you said re-uploading your route. That is a breach of copyright. So if you are willing to risk paying for it, you can always go to court, but I don't think that the time investment of that would be necessary. Or no, not necessary, I mean worth it. I don't think the time investment would be worth it for that. Which is probably also why the others didn't really do much, because, again, of the time investment. Sure, it's a bit like the grasses that need to be balanced. Yeah. Or their contents, rather. GR as in joint trail, yes. I can just send a copyright claim. Yeah, well, why don't you do that then? To whom would you send it? I see, right. To whom would you send it? To what authority? I'm just trying to not get involved. Well, if he's re-uploading your route, then you're already involved. But yeah, I get that. I get that. Right, so here we go. You can see grass next to the tracks. Yes. And here as well. It does look better. It doesn't look as bare as it did before. You never got back to me on whether you wanted me to place one or not. Actually, I know what this place needs. Sleepers! Of course it does. I'd say single sleepers are probably better, not stacks. Oh, not sleepers, sleeper. And I want them to face roughly the same angle, sort of. So we won't have any that are perpendicular to the tracks. Probably. Unless that would look good. Unless it would look good if there were a few perpendicular as well. Yeah, I think they might actually look better. Because they are just kind of strewn about, which is not a sentence, a word that I use very often, again. Maybe add in another few of a different color, just so it's a bit more visually pleasing, as opposed to kinetically pleasing. I will send it to YouTube. He also makes money off it. Oh, I see. Wow. Because he uses a shortening website. Ah, yes, a shortening website, exactly. And that's why it's a big problem. What does that do? Should I? Plate layers hut? Don't think so. Just the Gandhi dancers were out here. Or plate layers hut? By the roadside? Or is that a UK only thing? So like bit.ly and such. Yep. But I'm afraid to send a copyright notice since I might get banned on YouTube. I did send a few a while back. I don't know. I mean, if you've got a legitimate claim, although saying that, YouTube and other such platforms aren't exactly known for fairness when dealing with their creators, as well as actually getting to talk with real humans about these issues. Why would you get banned, though? Copyright claim spam. Those claims are recent. Oh, right. But thing is, he only goes for stuff that is openware. My root was openware, so that's why he managed to take it. I see. He can't get to access stuff via Google Drive access protection. That's for these plate layer. Yeah. Thing is, this is just a repair that was done over here. It's not a main place for such a thing. There we go. I think that looks quite good. Actually, maybe I can change out a little bit of the ballast as well. If I've got a spline that has roughly the same color, I might be able to do something there. No. I mean, this one maybe. Oh, this one's the only one that might fit. I'm not sure if this will look good. Oh, right, because it's a hill. Haha. No, I don't like it. Oops. Okay, so right. What else do I need here? What else do I need? I think this is good. I think that's good. Next thing I want to do is I want to add a little bit more detail back here. well, not really detail, but a little more background stuff. So like that, and then I need to fill in the color. Like that. And yeah, this just kind of ends here at the moment. This is the sort of thing I wanted to have at in the distance. I think I could just have this going along here, but I'm not going to have it that long, the individual spline sections, because that can cause issues with loading. Sometimes it doesn't load properly. It just goes invisible if you've got a really long spline, or it takes a while to load. Right, and I don't just want the spline, even though that does already add a lot. Because if we go over to here, we look back there, now we can actually see something on the horizon there. I don't really even need to continue this road along, but I'm going to anyway. Just sort of like that. Does that look better than before? Yeah, I think that looks better than before. I also want to put in some of the trees that I have over here. Come on, there you go. Okay. Now this is not going to be that big of an improvement because it will make it more obvious that there is a spline there, although a couple of trees. It depends. I'll need to add in more trees, more different trees. I guess this one is probably the next one to do. Actually, I could probably copy and paste these trees and that might be better. I might just do that anyways. Yeah, I think copying and pasting is going to be better. Actually, let's copy from all the way back here, going all the way to there. Then let's see if I can just paste this in like that. Yes, I can. That's good. It's good to sometimes have these more quieter streams because it means I can concentrate more on what I'm doing, which means I'll get more done than usual. And the reason why I can paste over the spline without replacing it is that the spline actually doesn't count as an object. It counts as a track for the copy and paste tool. Now just we're missing one thing, which is the grass texture, the forest texture. Leader, maybe you could ask for advice in a legal advice forum, like this, for example. legalbeagles.info/forums. Yeah. Sure, this makes sense. Nice. Good. I'm glad that makes sense. Well, at least to some extent. Yeah, I was more of a jerk. But, well. It's really senseless to have too much sense. That sounds like a wise thing, but actually it's just a random thing. I think that a lot of things that sound wise are things that you can interpret in a lot of different ways. Like, for example, what I just said is actually just a random thing, but you could think, oh, well, it means that making sense could be equated with being practical, and being too practical could mean that you don't really have any fun anymore, which is then not a good thing. So it could be interpreted that way. Or making sense could be interpreted as well as thinking too much. Like you overthink things. Everything always has to make perfect sense. It could be interpreted as that, and that could make sense for something, even though the actual thing that I said wasn't wise. What people think about when they think about that could be wise. So sometimes the weirdest things are randomly generated. Well, yes, sometimes they're not. Haha. Yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Maybe making sense is really just a metaphor for exact opposite? Who knows? I think he does. I think he does. Or no, she does. Now, do I want to put field boundaries back there? Because I think I probably do. And if not, well, yeah, let's just try putting in some actual boundaries, some field boundaries, and then let's see if I need to put in actual fields as well. I'm just going to mark them out here. Oops. I said wisest, not weirdest. Oh, right. Sometimes the wisest things are random. XD. I got it. Obscure Doctor Who references for the win? Well, depends on what the game is that we're playing. If the game is who can think of obscure Doctor Who references, then yes. If the game is be quiet, then no. Although that second game doesn't sound half as much fun as the first one. Articulate? Articulate? Perhaps. Yeah, sure, why not? I was thinking about, do I want to have these bushes along the road? Because that's where players are going to look, and then you might see it repeating, but no, it's good. Sounds very boring. It does, I know. Let's play a game. Ooh, what is it? And that's the game we're playing. Now, let's see who can win. The winner gets a pair of earmuffs. Sigh. Sure. The game is be quiet. Now, begin. Wait, what? Oh, those are the right objects. I thought I clicked on the tree. Whoops, did I? Oh, I didn't actually place them even. Huh. That's strange. Maybe I should... Well, I'll place a couple of trees first and then I'll save, just to make sure... Well, to increase the chances of it not crashing. Not you! XD. No, I wasn't. I was just concentrating. Concentrating as much as I enjoyed. So aren't you even going to ask me what I worked on my role-playing system? Tales of Vestia? Hey Paradise, what have you worked on your toe role-playing system? That sounds strange, my toe role-playing system. Either it's about feet or it's about towing stuff. And technically it's kind of about both if you want it to be, because it's a role-playing system. You can do most of the stuff that you want, including towing stuff and stuff with your toes if you want. I guess, like walking maybe. That's something you do with your toes, right? Good acronym that, toe. It is. I'm happy about that. I think I'll probably put one more type of tree along these field boundaries, and then I'll texture, and then I'll do stuff. So, yeah, that last one is quite important. Which one looks good from a distance? I think this one probably. Did you work on sigils or other magical stuff? Magical stuff, yes. Sigils, no. Yeah, so I worked on I worked on explaining to the player how the magic system works, because I want something more open than the magic systems in other role-playing games, like for example D&D or Pathfinder, which is basically D&D, or stuff like that. Originally I wanted to also have a thing where there were set spells that you can learn and then cast, which is similar to those systems. But then I thought that something more open would fit the game much better, which I started writing out. And for that I need to write out how the actual magic system works, what magic is in universe, and how it works, for the players to then be better able to understand how they as a player can use it. So what are you doing, Marky? Are you working on a session, or on the route, or are you just listening? If you're even still here. I've been working on the fields all the livelong day. Page 67. Magic. Magic is a very complicated mechanic, but you will be able to grasp it all if you read through it carefully and slowly, and memorize it all. Just jesting, of course. Well. You never used to use the word jesting until I started using it, and then you're using it as well now. That's funny. Been working on Bodmin most of the day. I see. I thought you might have been. How's it turning out? Is it going good? Now, does that look good? I think it looks good enough, because if the player zooms out this far, they will still be able to see, oh, there are fields back there. If you go in closer, you can see there are some trees there, maybe a little bit of field back there. So now I'll get onto... Oh, that was a mistake, maybe. No, it was okay. Onto texturing. Ah, nice. Driving a 47 down to Bodmin Parkway now. Oh, interesting. Are you doing it in cab mode or in DCC mode? Because I noticed that the Penia video of you driving... that was on that, right? On the Bodmin thing? That was in DCC mode, wasn't it? Just DCC. I see. I see. I used to drive DCC only for the most of my time playing Trainz. And then a couple of years ago, when I found out some tricks to making routes look more realistic, I switched to driving mostly in cab mode. Alright, yes. Just DCC? I see. Yeah, I caught that as well. Bum badum 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 bum bum badum bum bum. I could make those zebra stripes back there, but no, I won't. I won't, don't worry. Or maybe I will. No, I won't. Don't worry. I do have a rail driver unit for cab mode, though. Oh, that is nice. That is very nice. Does rail driver also work for Dovetail Games Train Simulator? Do you know? I think that's enough of those plowed fields. Let's go for some golden fields. Why not? Carriages without horses run on the bottom and run for railway. I think it works for most Train Sim games. Good. That is good. I did... Okay, so... One time... in my life... have I... operated a virtual train without keyboard and trackball controls, or keyboard and mouse controls, but actually trackball controls. And that was when I was in Nuremberg in Germany, at that railway museum there. They've got a load of stuff. It's a huge place, and they've also got a simulator. I think it's a sawn-off cab of an ICE train, I think. Maybe a different one, but I think it was an ICE train. And they've got the... You can actually sit down in the driver's chair, and you've got... It's sort of at the back, but you've got all the controls. And at that point, I hadn't even played Train Simulator yet. The only trains I'd driven were trains in Trainz with DCC mode. So essentially played with a model train set. So I had no idea what to do when the train started shouting "Sifa, Sifa, Sifa." But I still had fun. The train did crawl to a stop about 20 seconds after I started it, and there was a queue forming behind me, so I didn't really get a chance to do much with it. But it was fun. It was very fun. I would recommend it if you ever get the chance to go there. Might have been this. I don't think it was a link. I think it was a cab of a train, of a locomotive. That it could have been that. But I thought that the cab was... Because they had the outside as well, and I thought it was angled. Hold on, maybe I can find it. One second. No, that's not helpful. No, I don't think I can find it, unfortunately. I don't think I can find it. Don't have the time to properly look for it. But I thought the cab was angled. Sifa! But I'm fairly sure that it wasn't an ICE. Maybe ATMS can override CIFA? ANF, PXB, PZB? PZB. Yeah, there is a button you can turn it off in the cab. I think you could turn it off if you wanted to. I didn't even know. I didn't even know what CIFA was. I had no idea. I didn't even know to look for an isolate switch or for the acknowledge switch. At that point, I didn't even know what AWS was on British trains. The thing with CIFA is that a little light goes on the desk, on the dashboard, before it actually shouts at you. So if you are paying attention, you will see the light go on. You can press the button to acknowledge it. That's okay. Only if you don't press the button, the train realizes, oh, you're not paying attention to the dashboard. So then it shouts at you, CIFA, 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 and until either the train goes into emergency and you stop, or until you acknowledge it. Not sure which is the better option there. Really? Shadows, mute the audio. Mute the audio for what? Better mute it. For what? Better mute... I'm not sure what you mean. Why mute it? Mute what? For what? ATMS is constantly communicating with section control and receives data in real time. Yeah, I think a lot of US trains have that as well. Passenger trains, so like Cal train, I think, have that, as well as some Amtrak services. I'm not sure about exactly how far spread that system is there. Might be too late to stop it. Anyway, yeah, fields basically. Why mute what, Kangofango? Please explain. Please, I want you to explain it to me, please. No, that's gone too far over. If the movie would have started playing, I thought that it would be better if it didn't play the audio. Yeah. I see what you mean now. Like, for example, if you are approaching a red signal and it turns green, then with PZB you have to hold the override button until 200 meter magnet after signal. With it's a magnet there, I think. With HMS, the ATMS main computer knows the signal is green and silences the influence. Interesting. Punktförmige Zugbeeinflussung. So that is such a typically German way of putting a thing, right? Punktförmige Zugbeeinflussung. I mean, come on. Which means point or dot form train influence. So point type. So point type train influence. Punktförmige Zugbeeinflussung, PZB. And LZB means Linienzugbeeinflussung, which means line train influence. Hello, 5 people watching. Just seen that it's actually 5 people watching live. So, congratulations. Actually, no, I won't, it's fine. I was going to write a... Actually... I can... Let's just do something like this, just a little spiral there. Although I don't want it to be this obvious. So I'm just going to sprinkle in a little bit of the texture over here as well. Just so it's not that obvious of a spiral. It's like crop circles, even though there are no crops here. And it's not a circle. There we go, I think that's better. Yeah, I can still see it on the map, but not that much from over here. The ATMS also tells you switch positions, upcoming speed limits, track obstructions, locust cars, etc. It also warns you if you're not decelerating fast enough. Yeah, I know. The thing is with German train safety systems, they are much stricter than, for example, UK train safety systems, because of that whole thing with the brake curve. And okay, if there's a red signal, you have to go this speed, no faster than this speed, say 800 meters away, no faster than this speed, 450 meters away, no faster than this speed, 80 meters away. And you've got magnets which enforce that, so you've got an enforced speed curve for different types of train as well, different speeds. And the thing is, with the PZB, the alarm that sounds, the way that works is you really should press it when you see it coming, so you know that it's coming, then it'll be silent. And the way that works is it's not always in the same places. Sometimes it's at places like, for example, a speed change that could have a PZB magnet, but it doesn't have to. At least not in a lot of cases, it doesn't have to. So what ends up happening is the drivers get trained to always press on that button whenever a certain thing appears, which is, again, I think that it might be a safer system than what is currently in use in the UK, because it is stricter. However, I don't really like strictness, so it is. On the other hand, lives are at risk, so it seems to be working fine most of the time, although so is the UK system, so make of that what you will. Even a pie if you want to, or maybe a souffle if you really wanted to. Dum 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 dum. Trainz, I found it. The simulator had this locos cab. Oh, did it? Ah, right. That looks like it. Yeah, that could be it. Because it is a little bit slanted. That could be what I remember. DBBL 11.228.2. ATMS works together with other systems, yes. Not sure on the dottage, but the number is correct. It said so on the top of the cab of the windows. Here's the drivers get trained. Yes. Glad you caught that. SIWS, partnership between CIFA and AWS, stopping trains across the globe. Yeah, that's my joke with the Westinghouse air brakes, stopping trains all over the world. Or braking trains all over the world. One of those two. And stricter than ever. ATMS is designed to prevent errors with other systems because it's in constant communication with section control. It knows everything in real time. Your joke, yes. Yeah, I mean, when a train when you're talking about trains, then that is one of those situations where it's really quite a good thing if there are as many safety systems as possible. Although, saying that, there are actually not that many issues with the safety systems. Like where a safety system safety system failed, like for example AWS or something like that, and that resulted in a crash. because there were situations where AWS in the UK was isolated back when that was still a thing that train drivers could do, just isolate AWS, and that resulted in some crashes, high-speed crashes, in fact. But when the system is online, I mean, that works well, and that's just a little ding if there's a signal coming up ahead, or a speed change as well, often. And a constant thing like ding, which you have to acknowledge if it's a, I think if it's either of the, I think maybe if the speed limit's going down, or if there's a signal that is not clear, basically. I'm not sure exactly the conditions on which it goes into a permanent thing. But yeah, that's really not that strict, and it seems to be working fine. Unless it's a massive cover-up. I admit it. Shadows, yours was topping too, I think. I think I had 2 versions of it. I think it was topping. Once ATMS is out of one section, it instantly attempts to connecting to the next section control. True. Wait, LBS isolation isn't a bad train joke? What, that doesn't make sense. The chat jumped while I was reading. I jumped the line over to the next line while chat jumped up, so I read that as, wait, AWS isolation isn't a bad train joke? No, it's not a bad train joke. It's actually a safety system. No, actually you said, wait, AWS isolation isn't a thing anymore? No, it is. It is definitely a thing, but I think that you need special permission to do it from the dispatcher or something like that. Also, who wants to hear a bad train joke? Me, please. I see. All safety systems on all my concepts go through ATMS mainframe. If ATMS malfunctions, you cannot move the train, since the main computer is the ATMS itself. Wouldn't it be good if there were, if ATMS controls the other safety systems, so if it's an additional layer of security, wouldn't it be good that if that goes out of service, if that just doesn't work, I mean, if it breaks, that you could still run the train if the other safety systems are in place? You just have to manually check them the way that it's done now, because that seems to be good enough for a long, long time. That might cause less issues. Actually, contacting, not connecting to. Not sure what that was. Alright, contacting next train. Oh, right, I see. It's basically the same thing, though, isn't it? Shredders, Shredders, if a steam locomotive has a cold, what sound does it make? Achoo, achoo, achoo. Yes. That's pretty much what it does. Oh, I see. Choo-choo? Achoo, choo. Alright, yeah. It is a train joke. I won't say if I think it's bad or good. So be good for heaven's sake. Heaven's sake or goodness sake? Maybe goodness sake. Yeah. Also, here's the thing. Santa Claus is Odin. Did you know that? Well, based on Odin mainly. Not sure if it was my joke. I think I've heard it somewhere else. Oh, my joke. Alright, yeah, I see. The main train computer has the ATMS integrated within itself. Oh, I see. Alongside train parameter monitoring. I see. Interesting. So, the systems that your train concepts that they are designed to go on, is it mandatory for a train to have that system? So, for example, if there was an old steam locomotive, like a heritage thing, could that run on that system without the ATMS safety system, if it's not incorporated into that locomotive? Or can only trains that have that system run on on those networks? Shadays, for heaven's sake, it's for goodness sake, I know. Ha 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 ha. Just casually during conversation, also Santa Claus is Odin. Did you know that? Shadays, haha, heritage thing. Like, I meant a heritage event. Yes, new locomotives require ATMS. For older locos, I designed a slimmed down version, but that fits in a metal box called ATMS L. L for light, I'm assuming? And if something does go wrong, you've got a black box feature installed. Yes. Good. Good, good. ATMS Lite HD, yes, remastered. ATMS Lite HD remastered. Available now on Steam for just $24.45. Shadays sounds atrocious. XD. You're right, it does. Atrocious is also a word that doesn't get used very often. The main thing I think of when I hear atrocious is Mary Poppins. Because when they were saying supercalifragilisticexpialidocious in reverse, they rhymed it with that, but that would sound atrocious. So, hopefully they don't ban Mary Poppins next, the film. You'll always sound precocious. Yes. Exactly, I remember it. I do remember it. Fiddles with jukebox. Yeah. That is correct. ATMS also has a integrated recorder which records any activity of the driver. Any alarm, increase, decrease in throttle, brake, apply, driver switch interaction. Driver switch. Jukebox. Casey Jones. Nah, just stop that. It's copyrighted, K. Man, no, it's if you just saying it's not really copying it. It's more of an amateur cover. Jukebox Snickers. Oh, I thought you said it was a jukebox, not a candy vending machine. Or, I suppose, confectionery. Metallical snickering. Oh, you'd bite your teeth out on those. If you were to bite them at all. Come on, I'm waiting for the XD. Come on. I mean, a pun like that really deserves one, don't you think? I did not think you would have made that joke. Why not? Ha! Sure, XD. There you go. Why not? Why don't you think I would have made that joke? Because it involves the Snickers candy bar thing? Or because it involves teeth? Because one is significantly stranger than the other. In this context. In a different context, it's the other way around. I'm so looking forward to when the Milton Valley Railroad is finished and we can actually do the test plays of Tales of Vestia. Although that will still take a long time. Now, how does that look? Looks okay, but I need some more bushes up here to make it blend in a bit better. There we go, I think that looks good. Maybe just turn this a little bit, maybe move it a little bit further away. Like that. ATMS may sound complicated, but it isn't actually. Most of it is automated and requires very little driver interaction. Even in the main computer, every ATMS board is labeled accordingly, which is connected to the main parameter computer. What were the two options, Jardice? There were side noises. The two options were... I think either Snickers bar or teeth. Because you said, I didn't think you would make that joke about the Snickers bar or about teeth. Because one is significantly better than the other. Unless, in this context, unless you're talking in a different context, in which case it's the other way around. The main parameter computer is the main brain of any of my concepts. Oh, I see. So is the parameter computer the thing that actually takes the readings of what the train driver is doing, and things like speed, wind speed maybe as well, precipitation, things like that as well, or just train board stuff? Voices. Oh, I hear voice as well. Oh, wait, it's my own. No worries, no worries. It's like a TCU, train control unit. I've heard of that, not sure what it does exactly. Unless you meant it's lice, like the plural of louse. Oh, right, yeah. The Snickers thing. I see, thanks. And the teeth too. Although that doesn't sound too far off. You would make jokes about teeth, but I wouldn't sink mine into it any further. Yeah, I get it. Yes, it monitors train parameters. Yeah. So, can you give some examples about what parameters it monitors? I think this bit needs a few shrubs. I think this does need a few shrubs here. That's what was looking a bit bare. Won't, not wouldn't, but yes. Sure. You correct me and then agree with what I had said. Good. Although, yeah, they shouldn't be that obtrusive, is that the right word? Obtrusive? Intrusive? Not sure. Oops, wrong thing. Like speed, engine power, combined engine power if coupled with another MPC loco, engine reps per minute, which engine is on, traction motor, currents, alternator voltage, overall air pressure, etc. Oh, I see. Interesting. Would be very useful in a crash. Just, I mean, to know, so you can figure out what has actually happened. Because even though the general message of what you had read was still correct. MPC loco? Municipal Powell car? Oh, hello, Slovak Eagle. You catch me at my best moment of placing bushes. You can see I'm placing them. How are you, by the way? Are you good? Hey. No, MPC stands for main parameter computer. Ah, yes, what you said before. That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, so they're so they're connected. If multiple locos on that have that, it will connect them together and then record the stuff. That's good. That's clever. Having one there would be good. Alright. He sensed it, Shadow Dice! He did. It only displays the info I mentioned. Good. Good. Yeah, I'm doing right. You? Yes, I'm doing good. I worked on Tales of Estia today. My role-playing system. I worked on explaining to any readers / players exactly how my magic system works, because in the world as well as from a gameplay point of view, because it's different to a lot of the mainstream stuff, a lot more open, which does need a bit more explanation. So yeah, good that that's going forward. I'm looking forward to when we actually get to have playtests when the Milton Validator is finished. As you can see, I am decorating the hill. It only records important crash data, even radio comms. Radio comms. So is that a thing that the drivers or the crew have to sign on? Like they have to agree to be monitored in this way, because that could be considered a violation of privacy. So, yeah. Although, it could be useful in a crash to see what they were talking about, how distracted they were, what was going on in the loco. However, that might be going a little bit too far. Well, although, then again, maybe not. Maybe not. Trainz, you sounded a bit like Odin there. Have you been good or bad? XD. Oh, Santa, yes. Exactly. Trainz, maybe you could lay a telegraph cable through these woods across the tracks? I could do that, but then where would it go? That's the issue, where would it go? Because I do have... Wait, did I have one? I'm not sure if I had one. I think I was planning to have one over here, but then I didn't do it. Maybe that's something I can add in later. So NPCs like airplane black box. Yeah, by the sound of it, it is. Only when on duty. Right. It can be isolated in the cab, but the ATMS MPC will continue to record technical data. I have telephone cables running along the tracks. Oh right, I thought I have. But no, have telephone cables. Yeah, you're right. That is a thing. Yeah, you're right. That is something I really should do. But where would they go? I mean, they come from the city back there. Yeah, sure. That makes sense. Then where would they go? They continue along the tracks. And then, did they just follow along the main line? Well, I guess they could go to the left as well. Maybe. I mean, so I could have them go along here as well, which might look quite good, actually. Dum 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 dum. Like speed. If a crash happens, the ATMS MPC is designed to store the last recorded value. Is the isolation the same as it is in some UK diesel electrics? With the cards in the dashboard? Were the cards in the dashboard? If you pull them out a bit, it's isolated. If they're all the way in, it isn't. From what I know. Also, one quick tip. Make the track have slight changes between gradient, 0.2% up or down, and so on. Maybe wiggle the track conditions or a little bit of wiggle to them. The thing about the gradient is a good idea, and it does have a little bit of wiggle. It does already have a little bit of wiggle. It's just a switch. Alright. Trace, diesel / electrics, yeah. Yeah, but the thing about the gradient, that I may do that. I think this one would be good, the 12-wire one. Alright, nice. Just some slight changes here and there. So it isn't that flat. So, or have one track be slightly higher than the other. Yeah, I do think about that as well. The thing is, I do want it to be very flat there because, so as a contrast. Although that's the point, how would I get it across the river? I mean, I guess I could... I don't know. That's why when you start up the loco, you have to press and hold the HMS reset button to begin recording. Oh, I see. Interesting. Or lower one more into the ground to cover the ties of it. You have to press and hold for about 5 seconds. Perhaps. This shard ice! Oops, sorry. Yeah, I know what you mean. The cards. As this short bridge, you can run the poles down to the banks. Isolation cards from that thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, with this one I could. But I think it might look... I mean, does that look okay? The thing is, I've got this bridge there, and then I've got this bridge over here, which is a lift bridge. I don't really know how I would get it over here. So I would probably have them run underground through a cable and then emerge back on the other side, but I'm just not sure if that would really add to it or if it would subtract. What do you think? Do you think the telegraph wires along this particular bit of track add or subtract? Very nice, aka very nice. At the lift bridge, just have them follow the road. Yeah, but the road doesn't cross over. That's the thing. Vote add. I think they add. Vote. Okay, well then, sure, they add. I'll try to figure something out then. I will have to go along them again and check whether they are overlapping with the tracks anywhere. Actually, I could just have them go down to the road here anyways. Oops, not like that. I thought that would happen. Although now the real question is, do they fit under the bridge? Answer is just. Good. Good. Okay. Yeah, so I will have those carry along there. And then I'll probably have another set of wires coming from over there, which then just follow along the main line. Because the main line will... I will probably have a bridge here or something like that. Yeah, I will, because I will need to, because you would be able to see it. But I will have portals here. I do not intend to continue this double-track main line up this way any further. So that could be where those wires then go to. I think, alright, add. I know the road doesn't cross over. The poles don't have to either. Well, hopefully they don't add an ad. Hopefully. Or do the underground thing, but place a small substation or something in the place. Yes, of course. If I did do that. Let me give you an example. So, if you're under ATMS MPC monitoring, if, for example, you switch the reverser from reverse to forward, then the ARMS, probably ATMS MPC will record in the format of hours, minutes, seconds, reverse switch to forward direction. Yes. Quite easy to read. Because that would not add to the stream's enjoyment. Oh well, let's not talk ads. Let's talk other things, like this nice product I have right here you might be interested in purchasing. Alright, vote telephone wire why. Why oh why. Dum 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 dum. You're right, this does add. Now I need to make sure that these are not intersecting with ties. It's like walking over glass shards here. Just so carefully place them. Actually, did I connect that properly? Yes, I did. Good. Yeah, I'm just kind of focusing on this, not really talking that much, I've noticed. But that's okay. After all, you're not here to listen to me. Oh, this might be an issue. If people get distortions when they're talking on the telephone, this is why. Because the high voltage wires runs this close over the other ones. Like the electromagnetic fields get messed up and stuff, so... there you go. Although I'm not sure if I do want them to continue through this wood as well. Because I do like, no, I don't want them to continue through this wood because I like how close the trees are to the tracks. and I would have to remove that if I had wanted to keep them there. So instead, I will make them follow the road. No, not the railroad. We've been over this. And then it goes right underneath the high voltage wires again. Oh, that's wrong. Yeah, it is crossing over a lot, back and forth and back and forth. But I think that's nice. It's kind of trying to avoid the trees for some reason. As if the trees were placed beforehand. Oh, and that means that over by the crossing, the rail crossing, there's going to be another thing to look at, which is going to be nice. Is that going to be tall enough? I'm not convinced. Okay, well, let's see. I'm going to try to place down one of the PR mountain types. See if that fits underneath. Oh yeah, there's space. There's plenty of space. That's good then. The walls squeaked with solidarity. Assets I could recommend are Haze Logger and Logging Jinker. There are logging truck and a trailer drivable. Maybe put it on invisible tracks and make one of them arrive at a certain point in each session. Sorry. In a session. Could do. Just an idea. Trainz, don't forget to shave. Oh, I clearly have not forgotten to not shave. Haha, we've been over this like the cables. It does it again. Brilliant. What did you say, Agnes? Agnes? What did you say, Agnes? To me, it just sounded like zrt. Sorry, what did it sound like? It sounded like zrt. I can't hear you, sorry, only thing I can hear are terrible noises. Sigh. Yeah. And maybe if they elected a different governor, then maybe they'd fix this situation somehow. But the way it is now, this is what you get. Dum 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 dum. Quite long this bit already, isn't it? There we go. Now let's see if it is overlapping with the tracks anywhere. Are you sure that they add to the scene? I'm almost convinced, not completely though. Maybe it's just because I was used to the way it looked before. Yeah, I know it's going through the trees, it's okay. I mean, in places like this it does look good, but maybe just following the tracks along for ages, I'm not sure if that really adds much. I guess you could go down to the store and buy some, and then we'd see if it adds much. Wink wink. I mean, this bit as well, it does add something. What do you think? What do you think? XD, ha ha ha. Har, XD. Fair enough, to be fair. Trainz, will you give the tracks the wiggle? The Wiggle, no. The Wiggles, horror/comedy, horror comedy. In theaters October 1957. Oh, he's got the wiggles. I've tried giving him soup, but he won't stay still. I know. I'd say it's realistic. Gives you a bit more to stare at while coasting along. Well, okay, if you say so. Okay. The wiggle, no. The gradient change, maybe. I mean, I could do it. So if I go with gradient, it's a -0.2. If I did it like that, yeah, it would mean it goes down a little bit here and then all the way down to here, and it would go back up to the other point there. Yeah, that might be there. That's good, I think. Here I want to be straight though. Oh, this might be a good place for it because of how long this spline is. Although no, because then it goes to a crossing here. I don't want that crossing to change. I don't want the junctions to change either. Although I could have a little dip here as well. Right, this was the one I meant, yes. No, this straight as well. Yeah, that's, I suppose it. Okay. I mean, if you're not happy with it, you can always replace it with an invisible road spline without traffic. Or, I could always just replace it with nothing. Or I could replace it with something but delete 100% of the things I replace it with. So I can easily get rid of it. That is not an issue. Or rather, a non-issue, as some like to say. Dips on it looks good. Dips or dibs? Dibs on it looks good. Haha. dips in this case. Oh, has it crashed again? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it just sometimes takes a while to go into quick drive. Because... actually, it might have. Because I did save again. Yeah. You're right. I mean, if I were to let it run for like maybe 10-15 minutes, then it would catch itself eventually. I mean, it would either load or it would come up with a message saying run out of disk space or something like that. Even though it's not true, you didn't actually run out of disk space, but that's the error message that would come up. If you did that, then edited something, saved it again, it would go through without issue. Actually, should we drive the Zephyr? Flying Yankee. Should we drive this? Yeah, let's drive it. I mean, I think that it would be quite happy to get away from Horror Point for a while. That's right, there we go. Maine Central, Boston, Maine. Okay. Lights on. Drip, drip, please. There we go. Drip, drip. Yes. All aboard. By the way, thank you again, Slovak Eagle, for recommending this train. It will definitely be used in sessions. I like the pink seats. No, I do like them, I do like them. Crashed. If it would have crashed, it would be good. If it would have crashed. But virtual crash just starts spraying out of it. Cache. Alright, if it had cached. Oh, I see. You're right. I get it. This is the cab view. And this is real. This is realistic. You do have the thing in the way. And this is the only view I don't... No, I do have this enabled. So I can just go here like that, like this kind of. But then you can see it's not modeled over there. So I think outside view is probably better in this case. Flying Yankee, let's go. Cap view maybe? Nice. I do like the mountains back there. I thought the render distance set quite high actually. Surprised it doesn't lag as much as it did previously. And hey, I remembered its name. Beautiful scenery, he muttered. Beautiful scenery. He was just muttering a bit. And we're about to hit 10 o'clock, so I think we'll do this ride, and he muttered cheerfully. Beautiful scenery, beautiful scenery, beautiful scenery. Don't slow down this much, please. I have this issue in Trainz Simulator as well, that I set the brake on and then forget that it's on. Because I'm distracted by other stuff. Mostly when I'm streaming. Yes, like that. Good. Good, good. Looks a bit like a duck from this angle. Oh, but it's not a Great Western Loco, so... can't be. It's also not a Pacific. Actually, you know what? Let's change the time of day a bit. If I can find it. Driver? No, session options? Yes. Ooh, let's do it like this. This'll be nice. I've got post-processing turned off. Might turn it on. Might just turn it on. Hopefully it won't lag. No, actually hasn't changed much. Hasn't changed much performance-wise. So now I've got the gleam. The sun shafts on there as well. Since about December, I thought the name Horror Point came from some kind of trouble during the root building. In last week I know it better after watching episode 3. Ah ha ha. Thanks for sharing that. That's a funny story. That is funny, yes. Thank you very much. Can you sound cheerful and distraught at the same time? Who knows? Maybe I can. That was a great story. Oh. Thank you very much. I agree. Oh, just look at how this valley looks. A little bit of morning mist. Well, yeah, morning mist. The sun rays. And yes, the telegraph posts. Yeah, in this light they do look good from down here. Could not agree more. It was great. Very immersive too. Don't forget to take the thumber. The thumber? The thumber? Yes, right, the thumber. Actually, maybe something like this could be good here. Maybe a bit further. Maybe something like this, actually. Let's take a screenshot here. Can't see what it looks like. Actually, maybe with the junction in the picture as well. Or maybe not. Actually, this might look quite good. Bridge, where is your shadow? You should have brought it to the performance. Yeah. Ooh. Indeed. I do like the more rusty siding over there. Yeah, the telegraph poles also add quite a bit here on the open floodplain, I guess? Floodplain's probably the right word for it. I remember when I used to end most of my route building streams with a drive along the new bit. I haven't done that in a while. Morning mist, a lovely set of words in English, and a quite displeasant set of half foreign language words in German. Yeah, you're right. Floodplains, yes. Floodplain, yes. Pretty sure it is. But no, the bridge does have its shadow, if you look at it. Oh, you meant the other one probably, but this one does. Oh, going too fast. I forgot. Come on, go down to 20. Go down to 20. Come on. A little bit more. There you go. I think that's gonna trip a lot of people up. The 20 speed limit across the bridge. Oh, just look at that. I mean, that could go on a postcard. That has gone on a postcard. Well. Yeah, but it's not great for a thumbnail, because mostly this is the bridge asset, which I want to showcase the route, so... Screech! The other one, yeah. Screech! Brake! Not quite, but still. Postcard, let's go! Why always let's go? I mean, where do you want to go? I mean, is there some place you would like to go now that you're going to go to now, or... Yeah, the bridge obstructs a lot of the trainee action. Trainee action? What do you mean by trainee action? I said brake and then brig, but yes. I know, I said brake first, and then I said screech, and then I said brig, and then, yeah, at least I thought it did. Trace, let's go and take postcards. Oh, I see. You don't really notice that these are 2D assets, do you? I mean, from this angle they look a bit weird, but like this, I mean, those look good. Those are the JVC blueprint trees there. I don't know. Me neither. Me neither. Yeah, this train's quite fast, but it's not really that strong. So it will slow down a lot when going up hills. At least the Trainz version, unless I were to exchange its engine specs for like maybe an SD40 or something like that. You forgot some! Oh, did I? Oh, right, I did, sorry. Well, borrow them. But brake, I said brake, but yes, just let's go into postcards. Well, borrow them. Yeah, because take them, borrow them. I don't know, not really, but yes. There you go. This bit is work in progress, right? Would you buy it like it is? If yes, then no. If no, then yes. Alright, I see. Nice. Very lovely sun shafts. Yes, sun shafts. There you go, you have them there. I'm glad that I decided to have kind of a marshy area over here. And yes, whoever suggested those trees, I think it was Chris, if I remember correctly, who suggested to having trees around this place. That was a good idea as well. God shafts, sun rays. Bye. Well, come on. And now we go into the high speed line. High speed? Yeah, high speed. It's 55 miles an hour. 55 miles an hour? That's ludicrously slow. Come on, we want high speed. We want like 300 kilometers per hour. If it'll get patched, sure. High speed! Valantas crew. Yeah, the telephone poles are really starting to grow on me. Oh! Oh! Go, get them off, I need to get the cheers. 1 second. No, not that kind of grow on me. I mean, like, emotionally. Maybe it's just seeing them in this time of day. You can see the hay bales and things. EMD Scream? EMD Scream? Probably. I don't know. Haha. Ha 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 ha. And yeah, this is a little bit of a dip here. Can't really see it on the map, but there is one here. Silos. Say hello to silos. Silos? Nah, that doesn't work. Wait a minute. Are the normals inverted on this pole? Oh no, it's just a weird shape. I thought the normals were inverted, but no, it's just a weird shape. It's just a weird shape. I can sleep easily now. The telephone poles silently yet steadily grew on charred ice emotionally, like the tree they were cut out of. Hello. Oh, they're not. No, they're not. It's just a weird shape. Haha. Also, I do still need to do the frogs on all of these junctures here. At some point. Yeah, I know. I'm so looking forward to making sessions on this map. Rest assured I will make lots. Assured, that's the word. Now I can rest assured. That's what I wanted to say. Not rest easily. Come on. Wait a minute. Why does this end here? Surely this connects over with this one. Did I accidentally delete that connection? I'll have to have a look at that later. Just before the end I end the stream, I want to have a look at that specific thing because I will forget otherwise. Yeah, I mean, it's only managing like 53 miles an hour. 54. And there's on flat land. Well, that's the issue. It needs to go downhill to go fast. Oh, I see. Shadows. I'm so glad that the shadows work again for me. I'm so very glad. Thank you, N3V, for fixing that in Service Pack 2. It is very much appreciated. There we go. American signal box. Don't look at it too closely. And there we go. Imagine just another cargo train coming the other way, just passing you by, and that's been traveling through the night, and now it's morning, and people sleeping in their chairs in the train, and so nice. It makes me want to travel in real life as well, which at the moment is not very, it's not really accepted by a lot of people, mainly the people who are in charge of doing stuff like that. But oh, I'm actually speeding. I managed to speed. That's interesting. And yeah, the power lines do add a nice shape to the skyline, as it were. And yeah, if you look over there now, you can see it's a lot fuller. The world just doesn't just end over there. Actually, this might also be a good thumbnail position right here. Maybe. I'll just take one, just to be sure. Although I think the other one was better. Yeah, I also need to at some point signal the main line going into the forest there, because I haven't put signals there yet. I could easily see someone falling asleep to this, just watching the stream, just kind of dozing off in the corner somewhere. Hello, merchant, how are you? Oh, still sleeping. Oh, sorry. And so, the gallant train approached the hill. Will they surpass it? Will they get stuck? Will they roll back down? Will there be explosions? All these questions will be answered within the next few moments, actually, so there's no point of advertising it that way. Yeah, I do like the telegraph posts now. They were a good suggestion. Although the road at this time of day looks a bit odd. But that's just the asset. Right, so from Horror Point sidings to the end of the line is almost exactly 20 kilometers. 20 kilometers! That's quite far, I think, and that's only from, so that's only from down there up to this bit. So from where the paused sign is now, from there all the way down there, that's 20 kilometers. And I've already got this going all the way up there, splitting off there, and then I've got this branch there as well. This route is getting there. It is getting there. We'll be at part 100 soon for Trainz Live. That's gonna be interesting. And there you go, trains in the open. Again, now let's see if I can stop it. Should be able to, yeah. No problem. Oops, that was a little bit strange. But luckily it didn't ping off into the stratosphere, but there we go. Let's run. Now I'll quickly fix the pylon thing. No thumbnail there, because that is very boring countryside. Right, where was the issue? The issue was here. Also say hello to Shwedar. There. Do you remember that episode? Do you remember it? I do. I do. Right, so yeah, I guess just connect them like that. Yeah. I must have misclicked and deleted that bit. Good thing I noticed it. Right, so with that, I'm going to save the route, go out, quit, and then I'll quickly chat. Then we'll do shoutouts, and then the stream will be over. So, Hello. Oh, they're not? XDDD. Haha. Right. Trees. Oh yeah, there's your once a month daily frog reminder. Yeah, exactly. Rest assured, you will rest easily. Good. I mean, with how tired I am, I wouldn't doubt that, really. Oh, you deleted it, didn't you? Oh, right. Well, it's an easy fix. Yes. So lovely. American? Eh? Oh, of course. Oh, of course. Yeah, the single box. Yeah, it's much nicer now, Shadows. With the extra few base spots on the edge. Yeah, the zoomed in shots do look the most cinematic. True. Lovely. Dozing off. Nah, not me, but I could very well see that happening. Will there be explosions? Find out in part 79 of Trainz Live, Building the Milton Valley Railroad. Milton Valley has grown a lot. Yeah, it has. It has. I mean, I've been working on it for a long time. Well, actually, I have been working on it it's been a long time since I started. However, it's only been like 4 hours per week that I've been working on it. So 4 hours a week. And less than that, actually, because originally I don't think it was the complete full 2 hours until I added the second Milton Valley stream a little bit in, I think. And then we've also had other stuff on the route exploration streams, as well as multiplayer a couple of times. So it's actually a bit less than that. Although, saying that, we have gone overtime a lot, so it's probably balancing each other out. So it's probably like 2 hours, 4 hours a week. So if you think about it that way, it's not really been that much time in terms of a Trainz route for the size of it, I think. But yeah, it has been a long time. Yes, heart. Oh, thank you. It's nice to see that people enjoy the things that I've made. Well, that we've made, because there's been input from you as well. Or using the paused sign as a point of measurement. Well, more of a point of reference, but yes. Thumbnail here, Shadows? Well, I mean, this isn't really that good of a thumbnail at the moment, but if you want to, I guess maybe. Great Saphir model. 11 out of 11 to the authors. Well, outside model, yes. Exterior, definitely. Interior could use a bit more work, but the outside is what's most important in Trainz. Hello, Shwedar. Wait, the stream will be over? I said dozing off. Ha, not nah. Alright, but still. Your first stream was 1 hour, 58 minutes and 54 seconds. Also, haha, here the thumbnail XD. Right, so with that, thank you all very much for Thank you all very much for listening to me stumble over my words just then. Luckily I didn't bruise anything, I'm fine, don't worry. So yeah, soon, when I start my streams, the sun will not have set yet. This is actually a thing, and a nice thing. Last year, when I started streaming, when I started the Shadow's YouTube channel, started streaming, made my Discord last year, when I first started streaming, the sun was out when I began streaming, and if you remember, the light levels grew lower and lower and lower throughout the stream, and then at the end of the stream it was so dark you couldn't really see me, and sometimes I did forget to turn the light on, and it was so dark. Those were the good old days, right? Good old days. But yeah, and then if the light levels went down so gradually, eventually I had the lamp on from the beginning. I remember I said, oh, the first stream where I started with the light on. Do you remember that? And then now we're well on our way back up, so the Earth is well on its way back down on its orbit around the sun, so that for more of the day the sun will shine on the upper hemisphere, which means that basically it's how seasons work. So then we'll have that again. At sometime it will be the case where I will not have the light on for the start of the stream. And then, of course, a couple of minutes in I'll have to turn it on because it'll still be dark, but then it'll go the other way, and then more and more and more, and then we'll be full circle. We've come full circle. Around the sun as well as around the light thing, which is basically the sun thing, only a different aspect of it. Anyway, I'm rambling on for too long here. We've already gone about half an hour over time. I did not see that, sorry. No bruising and no losing. Yes, I remember those days. And then you switched off the light on. Yeah. Those were the good old days, yeah. I do remember. I do remember that. Sad face. Heart. Those days were great. Yes, however, the days in 2017 were overall greater, I'd say. For me personally. But most of that has to do with the current world situation, which I can't really comment on too much at the moment. Yeah, those days were great. Thank you for this stream. You have a great big bag of my appreciation. Oh, thanks. I'll snack on it over the next week or so. Should be enough. Right, so shoutouts. Anyway, yep. Kango Fango does lovely stuff on Sundays. He streams OMSI 2 map development, Trainz map development. And what he usually does is he works off stream on his maps, and then when he streams, you can see the new stuff, and you can see development as well. It's not like the Milton Valley Railroad where it's only streamed the development. Basically, only develops it on stream. That's what I meant. But he also streams train simulator driving, truck driving. Also, last Sunday he actually streamed buses of that's his map, Buzz of Culture. No, West Country 3, I think it's called, the OMSI 2 map, newly released, very good looking, set in I think in Devon, UK. Very nice. I've been to that area as well. Sure, it's West Country 3. Yes, good. Thanks for the shout out. Alright, before that, too true. Nice and dry, good. XD. Aha, it's not like the Milton Valley Railroad where he only builds it on stream. Yeah, it's not like the Milton Valley Railroad where he builds his maps only on stream like I build the Milton Valley Railroad on stream. It made sense, but then when I said it, I thought, oh, it could be interpreted wrongly very easily, so then I fixed it anyway. I've heard of that area as well, Devon. It's near Yorkshire, isn't it? Well, actually, I heard it's near Caledonia, but I could be mistaken. Right, so also there's a project in Trainz. Last shout out, don't worry. Last shout out. There's a project in Trainz going on. It's a free map. It's on the DLS. It's recently been updated. It's called Central Europe. Slovak Eagle is part of that development team. It's beautiful. It's huge. Have a look at it. And you know what? Even though I don't really want to increase the list of these shoutouts too much, because then nobody will listen to them, there's one project that does need mention as well. And that is Marquis route. It's Cornish Railways. And I've done route exploration streams on that. They're on YouTube, you can look at them. It's a huge map, have a look at it. It's in Cornwall, as you might think. So yeah, that shoutout's done. Sorry if you're asleep now. It's true. Shout outs Cornish Railways. Exactly. The thing is, there are so many great projects that deserve attention, and it deserve more people knowing about them, that if I put all of them in the shoutouts, it would just go on for hours. I can't do that, unfortunately. Marquis gone now, but it was his route, yeah. He even joined us earlier, so did Slovak Eagle. True shoutouts. Recognition. But yes. Right, so with that, this stream will be archived. Thank you all very much for watching. Thanks for the stream and shoutout. Good. Thank you all very much for watching, and I hope it was helpful. Wait, no, that's not the right outro. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time? Yeah, that's better. That's better. Right. See you tomorrow. Okay. Bye. Oh, that's my normal outro. Just bye. There you go. Bye.